We're going to try doing a tub repair here. I don't want to go ahead and buy a new shower bottom or tub, so I'm going to try doing a repair and let's see how it goes. I've never done it before. Okay, so here's a big bad boy that has to be repaired, and as I showed in the previous video here, there's this crack that goes quite a long ways. It comes over to here, and it goes all the way up to here as well. And yeah, so what I've done is I've already sanded underneath the crack on both sides, and then I've taken an old sock and a rag or whatever, wetted it with water, cleaned that up so you don't have any dust or anything on there, so it's nice and clean and prepped, ready to go. And I went ahead and bought this repair kit, this DevCon bath epoxy repair kit. It was $26.95. And I was talking to the salesman quite a bit about various different things of RVing, and I just kind of grabbed it, and he said, okay, that's what you do to repair it. And I didn't look close at it, but man, you know, they only give you this puny little, you know, not even 4 inches or 4.5 inches of matting. It's like the fiberglass matting that you do, you know, when if you were to epoxy with fiberglass, and that's not even going to cut it. So I don't know what I'm going to do here. One thing is I'm definitely going to, and this crack here, I'm going to open up this crack, and I'm going to go and put in some clear silicone. So it's going to be clear silicone in between the two pieces of plastic, number one. Try and do it so I don't get a whole big glob mess up on top here. I don't want that. But just try and be very discreet about it. Then they say to, I'm going to be doing this underneath, not on top. So underneath, if you can, you know, imagine that, I'll be putting the epoxy on at first. There's 2 pouches that you mix together. Put that on first, put this matting on, and then, because it's, I got to go ahead and put something else on there, and I happen to have this roll. This isn't fiberglass matting, it's actually plastic. It's for strapping. I'm not too sure if that's going to work or not, but it's pretty tough stuff. If it can actually glue to that, I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece of this, and I'm going to put it right over top the whole works. And I'm going to, hopefully the glue here, this is the epoxy right here. You've got your catalyst in this pouch, and then you've got your other ingredient here, and you actually just squeeze this pouch and it goes, and you break the seam in between the two, and then you kind of knead it together, cut a hole off here, and then you kind of spread it out. I don't know if that's going to be enough to really do the job like I want it to. It might just cover that you know, little patch at 4 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and be adventuresome, and I'm going to go ahead and get some, this is I believe this is this 5-minute, this is Speedset epoxy, 5-minute epoxy, and it'll also stick to plastics as well. So I'll spread that over beyond the area, and then this baby goes over top of everything. After that, I'm gonna have to go ahead and brace it, I think, underneath there, so when you sit on it, you're not just going to be, but this actually says it's rated for 1,500 pounds per square inch. There it is right there. So that'll be good. That'll really help out a lot. So we'll get to it. I won't be videoing as I go along. I'm just going to have to just do it after the fact, because it's going to be a messy job, and I don't want to be handling my camera at the same time. Okay, well, here we are underneath, and there is a tub right there. The wire you see over there, this over here is the power cord that goes out. I showed you how it pulls out of the side for hooking up, and that's where it all kind of gets tossed in there. And really a lot of wasted space here, really, when you look at it, especially in a small Class B. You got to be able to maximize everything. Well, I'm going ahead and using my little LED light coming in handy there. And what I've done is is I've marked out where the actual crack is with pencil. There, and there, a few spots, and it's all been sanded. So I'm just trying to line up right now where this overlapping piece is going to go. And I'm going to go ahead and mark it as to where it should be, so when I go and I'm in the panic mode of this epoxy hardens in 5 minutes, or starts to harden in 5 minutes. So you have to work fairly quickly, and so we're going to be putting that over top, and I just need to know exactly where I'm going to be. Now this little piece here, the one they supply you with, which I feel I've been ripped off for 28 bucks. I got this little puny piece here. But anyhow, I'll work with it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the epoxy down, slam this on it, saturate it, make sure it's all covered with that epoxy, and then over top of that I will be placing that other piece. Now, depending how far this epoxy will go, it's probably only going to go to this little patch, so I'll probably end right there. And then this other, beyond this area here, I'm just going to go ahead and continue on with that other epoxy that I have. And it has to actually go right up underneath in here and up. So I'm going to apply it to the one edge here, and then I'll be sliding that up. And then, actually that reminds me, I need to get something in there like that'll slide in there, it'll kind of press up against there. So I'll have to get a tool or something that's going to slide in there. So that's where I'm at. We'll get to it here. Okay guys, here's the finished gluing here. Now I did this overlay, like the actual original sheet of fiberglass is underneath there, and then I overlaid it with this here. It's still a little bit sticky. I was concerned about this, you know, being just plastic and it won't absorb the glue, but it seems like it's going okay. I used the glue that came with it all the way along and back up in there. There I used you know, a fork or a knife from a set and stuck it in there, and it's kind of sticky right now, so I'm not going to stick it up in there anymore. But anyhow, yeah, so hopefully that's going to work, and we'll have to let it harden now. See how it goes. Bye.